Welcome back, everyone, to the It's Destiny podcast. And I don't really know what episode this is. I think 12, maybe? Also, my hair is looking crazy. I was like, you know what? What day is it? It's Wednesday. Crazy Hair Wednesday. And I also am not wearing makeup just mascara. Because I've been having an eczema flare up. It's even on my fingers. You can't really see because I have rings on them. But I went to the doctor and I was like, yo, my eczema cream is expired and I don't want to use it to make it worse. So she gave me some eczema cream and it works. It just dries out my skin and makes my skin flaky. Thanks. And it's mostly above my lip and right here. I think you guys can see. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Today's topic: bullying. Bullying. We've all experienced it. Bullies. Hateful, mean creatures that we call human beings. Also, shout out to my mom. Even my anxiety has anxiety. Relatable. True. Anyways, also Callie or Chase made this for me. It's a little bookmark. I think Chase made it. Because it's not in the lines. Same, brother. I can't color in the lines to save my life. I really can't. I don't know why. I don't know how. But sometimes, all the time, I'm not in the lines. Thanks. I am pretty creative, though. I get that from my mom. My mom is super creative. Shout out to you, Ma. Okay, anyways. Bullying! Something I know way too well. All my life, I've been bullied until college. Even in high school, yes. I think my senior year I wasn't bullied, but growing up, yes. I have really hairy arms and people would make fun of me. And then my mom was like, keeps you warm in the winter. Okay. No. But in high school, this girl I don't even know walked up to me and punched me straight in the eye. I remember the exact words. Here we go. My nose is itching. Anyways, so she walked up to me. I was waiting for my boyfriend at the time in high school. And she just came up to me and she was like, if I hit she said, I heard you've been talking shit. I said, I don't even know you. She said, so if I punch you, you're not going to hit me back? And I said, no. And then I looked away for a second. Bam! Popped me in my eye. I knew her name, but I literally didn't know her. And guess what I was wearing? It was like Halloween time, I think. Well, whenever homecoming is, I think that's in October. And guess what? It was Spirit Week. And guess what I wear? Guess what I wear? Guess what I wore? An Ariel onesie. I got punched in the eye and kicked in the head. Well, she didn't kick me in the head. She punched me in the back of the head. And yeah, I was wearing an Ariel onesie. Crying on my way to the office. My boyfriend at the time walks in. I was waiting for his ass so we can talk before class. And mind you, this was at 8 o'clock in the morning. Still half asleep. Still getting angry that my ex-boyfriend was taking so long. He walked in when I was heading to the office. Mr. Zinner, my ag teacher at the time, he's the one who stopped her and was taking care of me. I loved that man. He was funny, his class was fun, and I remember I was in FFA too. I didn't really do much though, but for his ag class, early in the morning, we had to go and look at a dead cow's body, like his intestines and stuff, and it smelled so bad. I was like, nah, I can't do that. I can't. Luckily, it wasn't hot, so it didn't smell as bad, but I was like, nah. Anyways, so yeah, I got punched in the face. Don't know why. Still never got a sorry. Hope she's doing okay, though. Because I'm nice. And I don't bully people. Except for men who say dirty things to me. Anyways, let's see. Yeah, it happened before homecoming. I had a black eye and I tried to cover it with makeup. Barely worked because it was freaking bad. And my mom picked me up from school and they were gonna show her the video, but I didn't want her to see it because it would make her sad and mad and stuff. And she took me to the eye doctor, and I think I had a concussion, and my eye was very blurry. And then she was like, "Do you want to go back to school or stay home?" And I was like, "Mama ain't raised no." So I went back to school, and all my friends at the time, I didn't realize how many friends I had until looking back, but all my friends were like standing up for me and like supporting me and like checking on me and stuff. One of those people was Trinity's brother, Jaden. He's always been cool with me. He in high school he used to call me Lil D. He still does when we talk sometimes. But I remember he stuck up for me and he checked on me and stuff, so that was nice. Um Bex, I don't know. Sometimes I call Trinity Bex. We call each other Bex. Forgot how that even came about, but Bex freaking texted me and was like, "What happened? Are you okay?" Blah blah blah. And I was like, "Girl, what just happened?" And my whole body was shaking like if I was on, the weighted machine that goes like this and it shakes you. That's what my body was doing. I could barely walk. Mr. Zinner had to freaking hold me up. And then I called mom. I was like, "Some bitch just punched me in the face." And then she was like, "What? I'm on my way." And guess what? The school didn't do The school didn't. I threatened to sue, and then they were like, "Okay, we'll look into it." Blah blah blah. Never did. Never did. Never freaking did. And then nowadays, bullying is getting worse, especially with little children. Because listen to this. Last year, Callie was in school. This girl said that Callie needed to watch her calories because she was fat. What? How do you know about calories? What do you know about calories? Because I barely even know what calories are. I don't. Probably gonna look it up after this. But yeah. Callie's being bullied by this one boy. I told her teacher about it. I was like, "You better stop this or I'm gonna raise hell." And then, she got moved because they were sitting at the same table. She never mentioned that. She never mentioned that they were at the same table. I was like, "Dude, you could have been not, like, you." Can I English? Anyways, they sat at the same table, and apparently the teacher didn't know anything about him bullying her. And I asked her before, I was like, "Does your teacher know?" And she was like, "Yeah." Then we went to a parent teacher conference and I brought it up. And she said, "What? I didn't know anything about this." And then Callie said, "Because I'm shy." Girl, no, you're not. You're not. So I mentioned it to the teacher. And also, they were doing some sort of um algebra. I saw in the paper math algebra, and I was like, "Hey, why are they doing algebra in 3rd grade?" She's like, "It's not regular algebra, it's just multiplication, division, blah blah blah." And I was like, Mm. And to this day, no one taught me how to use division or fractions. I'm better at adding numbers. I'm also better at remembering a lot of numbers. Like, I know my license ID number, I know my social, I know birthdays, I know the date that my ex cheated on me, September 28th, 2019. Yeah, 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 I know that. But, yeah, Callie's been getting bullied. And then her little friends are talking about boyfriends and stuff, you know. I told Callie, I was like, this boy won't even remember you next year. You won't remember him next year. Focus on school. She's like, I know, but like, he's so cute. I want to be with him. I was like, Callie, do you hang out with him after school? No. Do you guys text each other? No. Do you guys hold hands? No. Why? Because you're too young. You shouldn't even have a boyfriend when you're 30. In your teens, preteens. Not allowed. I won't allow it. No. You can't. Because boys are stupider, so they go to Jupiter. Why? And, so yeah, she's been getting bullied by this guy, but lately it's better since she got moved to a different table. And now her little friends are stealing her boyfriend. And yeah, I hope you don't hear the dogs. Oh my gosh, last night I could not sleep very good because the neighbors were yelling and screaming by my window at 9 p.m. And then one of the kids got hurt, so she was screaming and crying, so I had to listen to that. Yep, cool. It's not like people are trying to sleep. Go to bed early. Feel rested when we wake up. Sorry you can't do that. But you need to be mindful. This, I don't understand. Also, I'm shaking a little bit. I had an energy drink. Can you see it? Yep, cool. Bullying needs to stop. Schools want to say, we are anti bullying, we don't tolerate it. Bull. Bull. BS. Because, you know, what did you guys do when I got punched in the face? Bullied. What are they doing in elementary schools when bullying is there the most? Nothing. They don't do anything about bullying. They're anti bullying, but that's BS. They think it's better to ignore the problem than to deal with it because it takes so much work. No. Many people die. Many kids die in elementary school, middle school because of bullying. And then they wonder, they end up DYING? Is that how you say it? Dying. They end up dying, and the school's like, oh, we don't know what happened. We didn't know she was being BS. You know, you're just lazy. Anti-school bullying. Anti-school bullying, if that makes sense. They don't do anything. No one really teaches you to stick up for yourself. I always said to Callie, if someone hits you, first. And they keep hitting you. Defend yourself and hit back. I didn't hit back when that girl punched me because I was so confused and I was shy and I hate confrontation. But if I was me right now, that age, I think I would have gotten into a bunch of fights, honestly. But I don't deal with BS anymore. I really don't. And I'm proud of myself because I've come a long way. But yeah. So, yeah, schools don't do anything about bullying. Never have, never will. But they want to do DARE. They want to do DARE. Yeah, that's important, but so is bullying. Why don't you ever have assemblies for bullying? Why don't you ever make posters and campaigns about bullying? Hello? My hair looks crazy on the side, honey. Anyways, yeah. BS. It's BS. Schools are BS. Uh, it starts at a young age. Obviously, especially with cliques. Oh my gosh, cliques. Callie's class has like so many cliques. It's so annoying. She's like, blah 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 did this. She tried to talk to my boyfriend. Blah 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 blah. This girl tried to do this. This girl said this. And then Callie's on the phone with her little friend. She's like, you know, blah 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 said this about you. And then Callie's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna confront her tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So, I'm gonna leave with this. Stick up for yourself. Learn techniques in case someone gets physical with you. Prepare. Do not let anyone try to walk over you, bully you, or leave you out. You know, because like I said in my last video, not my last video, but in one of my videos I talked about keeping your circle small. That's exactly what I did in high school. I talked to some people in my class, but I wasn't friends with them. I would always meet Trinity, Kayla, Aaliyah, some other girl, I can't remember her name. But we would all meet up at dismissal in the cafeteria and we would hang out until our buses got called. But yeah, we would all hang out and stuff after school. And then, yeah, keep your circle small, man. That's all you gotta do. So, once again, if you or a young one that you know is getting bullied, go straight to the school board. I wish I would have done that. I threatened to sue and they acted like they were going to do something, but they didn't. Anti-bullying my cool. Yep. Also, I want to do merch. I really want to do merch. Also, I am 2 subscribers away from reaching my goal of 50 by my birthday. My birthday's December 12th. I've come a long way. I'm very proud of myself, actually. I've been sticking with it. And I'm going on a women's conference tomorrow. Christian women's conference. I'm excited. I went last year and it was so much fun. And I'm going to be rooming with my mom in the cabin. And I get to ride up to Tennessee with Regina. I call her G. I love her. And yeah, I'm going to a women's conference. I'm excited. I've been having anxiety. Rude. I want to get my brain zapped a little bit, and maybe that zapping would cancel out the anxiety. Do you think that would work? Look at my hair, guys. Bruh. I'm a mess. A hot mess. Hot. But anyways, I'll end with this. Stick up for yourself. Stick up for others. Because if you don't, no one else will. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, just keep your circle small. Stick up for yourself. And don't forget to pray. Peace.